What's up, family? Good afternoon. If you're coming on, I want you to hit that like button. Please hit that share button. Tag Lolly Dolly, everybody. Let them know Prophet Ramonepreston, the Ramonepreston Show and the squad. We are live in his house today. Yes, we are. Let me make sure I got this right here. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited about today's show. We're going to be talking about how to overcome business blind spots. So please, if you're coming on, do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag somebody and let them know that we're live, we're on the show. As you come on, I want you to please drop in the comments what city you're representing. We want other viewers, other engagers on this social media platform to know exactly where you're watching the show from. Shout out to all of our social media family members and friends. You're a part of my extended family. We have an amazing time coming to you and even preparing to come to you just to share with you things that have changed and transformed our lives, our organization, our family, and now we're able to extend it to you on a regular basis. Again, please hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag somebody. Let them know the Ramonepreston Show is live. We're getting ready to share some very important information with you, and we're going to be answering whatever questions that you might have. So hit the like button, hit the share button, and drop in the comments what city you are watching us from on this live, on this replay, whether you're on Facebook Live, whether you're on YouTube Live, whether you're watching a replay on those platforms. If you were Elon Musk on Mars, tell the Martians we said what up and let them know they need to tag one of the other Martians so they can come on. So good afternoon. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. I'm your host of the Ramonepreston Show, and every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock noon, we come to you live, giving you information, giving you the game on financial literacy, on starting and structuring businesses, on understanding holding companies, on business ownership, entrepreneurship, on real estate investing, anything that has to do with biblical economics, we share with you on this platform because we want you to be informed. We want you to be aware. We want you to be trained, and we want you to really be in the practice of living out these wealth building principles so that you and your families can get to your prophesied place. So today, we're going to be talking about how to overcome business blind spots, how to overcome business blind spots. Now listen, a lot of times when you're listening to information about business and you don't have a business, you might think that it don't really apply to you. But here's what I want you to understand, because I got a lot that I'm gonna share with you today, but here's what I want you to understand. Even if you don't own a business entity, you're still a business. You are a business. So even when you're working on a job, your work on that job is very aligned with the concept of a business. If you're on a fixed income, if you're in between seasons, if you're a minister in ministry, you might be serving the community for free. You're still a part of this concept called the business. And so it's important for you to understand how to overcome the blind spots, the things that have been set up as booby traps, the things that have been just positioned in your journey to get free. These things have been positioned to keep you stuck, to keep you hindered and hurt. And so my job today is to really help elevate and heighten your awareness on what these business blind spots are, so that once you are aware of them, you can make the next best decision to overcome them and move into your place of success, whether that's financial success, whether it's ministry success, whether it's business success, whether it's family success. Whatever the success is, there are blind spots that you and I typically don't see on a day-to-day basis. That's why they call blind spots. So I want to show you how to overcome those blind spots. And again, whether you're in business or not, you could be a minister. We are a part of the Christian community. We've been leaders in the faith community, in the Christian community for 21 years now, at least for me, full time. And a lot of people in ministry, a lot of people in the church, a lot of people who serve faithfully, they don't even understand. They really don't even understand. They really don't even understand how important it is for them to see at least some aspects of what they do from a business perspective. No, you don't have to make what you do for God a business. No, you don't have to make your service in the church a business, but you at least need to understand the concept of business with regard to those things that you're doing. And especially if you out there hustling, you out there grinding, you're in the real world, outside of the church, outside of service, outside of community, and you out there really trying to make money and build something special for you and for your family, then you definitely have to understand the concept of business. And one of the concepts that you have to understand about business is a thing called blind spots. So again, please drop in the comments what city you're watching from. We want to know what city you're watching from. And shout out to all of our Facebook family and definitely our YouTube family. We just got one of our recent reports from YouTube. We have almost 3,000 subscribers. So many of you are active, you're engaging, you reach out to us on a daily basis. Shout out to all of our Facebook family, but I'm telling y'all, Facebook, YouTube be showing out. And we have people from all over the world that not only reach out to us from these platforms, but they ask us questions. We have several people that have joined our coaching program that don't even know us, that are not even in our immediate circle here in Metro Atlanta. So we appreciate all of you for being a part of the show. I wanted to just take a look at some of the cities that are represented today in the show. We have Madison, Wisconsin. We have, of course, Los Angeles, California. We got so many people from Los Angeles, California. We literally got to have a community in Los Angeles, because I know without a doubt we probably got maybe 5 or 10 people that I have personally talked to, some of whom are a part of our coaching program, and we got a couple people that's a part of our blueprint game plan that's from Los Angeles or some of the surrounding communities. Of course, we got Dallas, Texas. We got Fort Lauderdale. We got St. Louis. We have a few people in Canada and so many other areas, not just in the United States, but around the world. So whatever city that you represent, please drop that city. If it's a country, drop the country in the comments so the world can know where you're watching the Ramone Preston show from. So today we want to talk about how to overcome business blind spots. How can you overcome business blind spots? This is going to be very important for you, especially if you are, let me get my other screen up, because I don't like how this screen goes in and out on me when I be in here giving game, and this screen want to try to act up. And we ain't got time for that. There we go. All right, let's make sure that screen does not leave us over here. So let's talk about how to overcome business blind spots. So I want to first of all give you a clear working definition for what a business blind spot is, so you can at least know what a business blind spot is, and then we'll break down how you have to overcome these blind spots. So according to the definition of the word blind spot, you can Google this, by the way. It is considered to be an area where a person's view is obstructed. So outside of business, outside of one specific area, a blind spot generally speaking, is an area where a person's view is obstructed. Are you with me on that? So if you have a blind spot, no matter what area that blind spot is in, it means that you have an area of your life that your view in that area is obstructed. That's one of the general definitions of a blind spot. Here's another definition, because it gets good and good as we go. A blind spot is also considered an area where you lack understanding or impartiality. So when you have a blind spot in a certain area of your life, not only is your view in that area obstructed, but according to the definition of a blind spot, you have an area where you lack understanding or impartiality. Let me explain to you what that means. With a blind spot in a certain area, your perspective is obstructed. So you ain't gonna be able to see what you need to see clearly in that area when you got a blind spot. When you have a blind spot, your understanding is limited, and guess what? You have to go off of the partial understanding and information that you have in that area. Now, when you attach this word blind spot to business, to construct this idea of a business blind spot, then it's easier for you to understand that when there's a business blind spot in your life, or when there are business blind spots that you have, that means that your view in your business is obstructed. That means that your understanding in business is partial and it's limited, which means it's going to hinder you from progressing in business and moving forward. So there are some pieces of the business puzzle of your life that are not going to be viewed, they're not going to be seen. And if they're not viewed or seen, guess what? They're not going to be implemented and executed, which means it's going to hinder the success of your business. Now, I have a biblical scripture that I'm going to give you, because this is actually a biblical principle that should be applied to your life as an entrepreneur, to your life as a minister, to your life as a go-getter, to your life as a breadwinner. Even if you ain't in a business yet, you might just be working a job, you might just be the breadwinner of your family, but you still got business blind spots. Why? Because your life is a business. Your household is a business. Your relationships are symbols of businesses. Your finances is a business. If you work on a job and have a career, that is a business. And you need to be able to identify with what the blind spots are that are either keeping you stuck, that are either keeping you broke, that are either keeping your ministry or your business from growing, or all of the above. All right? So a business blind spot is an area of your business or your finances or of your products and your services or of your ideas or of your relationships or of your systems and processes. A business blind spot is some area, or if not multiple areas of your business, that your views are obstructed and that your understanding is partial and limited. So if there are any areas of your business that is limited, that is partial, that is being obstructed, that means that area has become a blind spot to your business. Let me give you some examples before I go deeper into some studies concerning business blind spots. If you're not clear on how to be an executive of your business, we're talking about being a CEO, being a president, being a business operator, that means you got a blind spot as an executive. If you're not clear on how to sell your products and how to prospect and how to build a pipeline and how to close deals and how to make exchanges with the things that you have, in other words, to make sales and to make money, that's a blind spot. That's a sales blind spot. If you're not clear on how to brand your business, how to market it, how to make sure that your logo and your fonts and all these tactical marketing things are correct, that's a marketing blind spot. If you don't know how to handle the financial part of your business, that means to manage the accounting and to understand how to track your income and expenses and know a little bit about the tax ramifications of your business or advantages, and how you structure your financial decisions in your business. That's a financial blind spot. If you don't know about the operations of your business, the administrative aspects of your business, guess what? That's an administrative blind spot. So there could be so many different business blind spots that you have that could potentially be hindering and hurting your business, because you could be like cold. You could be like a beast in one area of your business, but you could be a hot mess in the other area of your business. And that one blind spot is going to hinder you. That one area of your business is going to hinder you. So even before I go deeper, I want to challenge you, especially if you're able to watch and take notes at the same time, or you might have to go back and rewatch this. But I want to challenge you right here. I want you to write down what business blind spots you have, at least in those main areas of your business. I always talk about those 5 systems that every business must have. I teach it in our blueprint game plan. I consult our clients, whether we're coaching them or just consulting them, about those 5 systems, because those 5 systems are also connected to 5 executive roles in a business and or a ministry or any type of organization. So I want you to look at those 5 systems, and I want you to see what blind spots do you have. So as an executive, when it comes to knowing how to run your company as a CEO, what do you think your blind spots are? In marketing your business or your ministry, what do you think your blind spots are? In sales, in making exchanges, or in generating revenue, what do you think your blind spots are? In the financial department, that is accounting and understanding the financial planning that you have to have for your business, what blind spots do you have? And then in the operations department, when it comes to just the logistics and the administration of your business, what type of blind spots do you have? So I want you to just write those blind spots down and be honest with yourself. People just get on my nerves that always be capping, acting like they ain't got no doggone blind spots. Everybody got blind spots. And I'm going to show you that even though you have blind spots, it's not about eliminating blind spots. It's actually about overcoming blind spots. Because when you think about blind spots, based on the definition that I gave you, you got to think about the science behind blind spots and the psychology behind blind spots. Okay? So there's a science behind business blind spots, and there's a psychology behind business blind spots. So let me help you understand the science behind it. You can Google blind spots or the science of blind spots, and you can actually find out that this is a scientific term used to identify the visual impairments that we have as human beings. So every human being scientifically has blind spots in their eyes. You can have 20/20 vision, and there are still blind spots you have in your eyes because of the way your optical nerves are. Now, scientifically, some people may have better vision than other people, but nevertheless, everybody has blind spots from a scientific or from a biological perspective. In other words, everybody's eyes ain't picture perfect. Because a lot of times you can have 20/20 vision, and you could be looking at something and you see one thing and somebody else can come and see another thing. It is because we as humans scientifically have blind spots. Yeah. And there's no glasses, there's no medication, there is no surgery, LASIK surgery, there's no, what do you call those things, contacts, that can take all of the blind spots away. It's pretty much scientifically impossible for you to have perfect eyes perfectly. It's just impossible. You ain't gonna have no perfect body, you ain't gonna have no perfect life, you're not a perfect person. That's just the way it is. That's scientifically, biologically proven, all right? So that's the science behind the business blind spot. So now, that means if we as human beings don't have perfect eyes, if we as human beings have blind spots, all of us, then there's no business that doesn't have them. There's no church that doesn't have them. There's no person who in their finances and in their careers and in their dreams and desires to do something great that doesn't have them. We all have business blind spots. So scientifically it's proven. Now psychologically, the blind spots play in the mind different than the scientific aspect of it. So from a psychological perspective, we all have blind spots because we always limit ourselves in our perspectives about things. So psychologically, when you have a business blind spot, you can't always figure out how your business is going to grow. When you have blind spots psychologically, you can't really see what your customer sees, what your client sees, what your competitors see. So when you're just running your finances and just running your business and just running your ministry and running your operation from your views, from your perspectives, and you're never allowing anything to come help support that, you are living and operating in your life and in your business with a thing called blind spots. And I guarantee you, if you ever sit down, it ain't got to be with me. If you ever sit down with a professional consultant, if you ever sit down with a professional coach, if you ever sit down with any type of professional that works with a certain area that you feel like you're having problems in, whether it's as an executive, whether it's in sales, whether it's in marketing, whether it's in financing, whether it's in operations, that professional in most cases will be able to identify which spots in your business that you were blind to. Period. You know why? Because scientifically and psychologically, we all have blind spots, which means everything that we do in life is going to have a blind spot. My business is going to have a blind spot. My marriage is going to have a blind spot. My relationship with my children is going to have blind spots. My interaction with my community is going to have blind spots. My church going to have blind spots. My business going to have blind spots. My bank account going to have blind spots. My finances, my investments, my retirement, all of the goals that I write down going to have blind spots. So here's the thing. Somebody might need to write this down, because your blind spots, they summarize. Your blind spots, they summarize a lack of insight or awareness and persistence to hold a limited perspective. Think about what I just said. Wow. So your business blind spots, your financial blind spots, your marriage blind spots, all of these areas that we have blind spots in, because we've just proven we have them. We have them scientifically and we have them psychologically. So inside and outside, we all have blind spots. So anything we do in our life has the same blind spots because it's a reflection of us. But if we want to summarize this whole idea of blind spots, to summarize it means that we and our businesses lack insight and awareness. And because we lack insight and awareness about certain things in our business, it also means that we are persistent to hold a limited perspective. So when you meet a business owner who wants to sell a product and service that they themselves wouldn't buy, we talked about that. Guess what that is? A blind spot. When you meet an entrepreneur who's willing to talk you into doing something that they would never do, that's a blind spot. When you meet an entrepreneur or a business owner or an organizational leader who's trying to sell something that they're not even sold on, or who's flip-flopping around because they don't have business or organizational stability, these are all blind spots. And you can become so good at identifying blind spots that you can just have a conversation with somebody and you can tell in the conversation, they whole business is a blind spot. You just missed it. I say their whole business is just a blind spot, because blind spots, they cause you to lack insight. They cause you to lack awareness. They cause you to hold persistently to a limited perspective, which means you can't never see yourself as a multi-million-dollar business or organization if you got blind spots about money. You can't see yourself selling 100,000 products or providing services to 1 million people, because your lack of seeing that comes from a blind spot. So unless you overcome that blind spot or those blind spots, you're going to remain stuck. And you're going to keep doing the things that you're doing, and it's going to feel like you're not losing, but it's also going to feel like you're not really winning, because you're stuck in the middle of a blind spot. And so my job is to show you how to overcome that thing, how to get out of that blind spot. Because if you watching me and you regularly watch me and you listening to me, even if this is your first time in passing, but something was said to make you stop, you know what it is? Something in you that wants to succeed. Something in you that wants to win. Something in you that keeps telling you that you don't supposed to be where you are financially. You don't supposed to be where you are in your business. You're not supposed to be where you are in your ministry. You might not even want to be where you are right now in your career. But there are blind spots that are hindering you and disabling you from actually moving forward. So the key is not to eliminate the blind spots. Don't miss the statement. The key is not for you to eliminate your business blind spots. The key is for you to overcome your business blind spots. Catch what I just said. I said the key is not for you to eliminate, because you cannot eliminate certain business blind spots. You might be able to eliminate some, but there are others you won't be able to. So I'm not going to keep trying to eliminate or just keep fighting this uphill fight to eliminate something that I just need to overcome. So how do I overcome a business blind spot? Well, I'm not going to overcome it by trying to eliminate it. I'm going to overcome it by compensating for it. That's how I overcome it. How do you overcome a blind spot? By not trying to eliminate the blind spot, but by trying to compensate for it. Let me give you an example. If you go back to those 5 business systems that I talked about, if you're having a blind spot issue in your executive system, in your marketing system, in your sales system, in your financial system, in your operations system, instead of continuing to try to eliminate that, you can actually compensate for that. So that may mean I need to bring somebody on my team who's really good in that area. That may mean I got to stop being cheap and spend money for the right marketing. That may mean that I can't be writing all my notes down thinking that I'm going to be able to have a real successful business, because I'm going to need a system to put that data in. That may mean that I have to pay for a CPA. That may mean that I might have to pay a lawyer and stop using these knockoff Office Depot forms and contracts that keep getting me in a lot of trouble. That may mean I might have to hire an assistant, an administrator. I might have to hire some type of operations executive. I might have to subcontract some work out to people who are better than me. These are the things that you do when you make the decision that you ain't going to have all these business blind spots, but you're not going to continue to fight trying to eliminate them. You're going to compensate for them so you can be extremely good at what you do and what you do well. So the goal is not to eliminate these business blind spots. The goal is to what? The goal is to overcome them. And you overcome them by compensating for them. Now, if you have a question about business, blind spots, or anything else in between, I want you to dial 678-922-1963, extension 1. I want you to dial 678-922-1963, extension 1. The number is in the comments, 678-922-1963. 1963, extension 1. I will be more than happy to answer whatever question you have about business, business blind spots, business blueprints, holding companies, real estate investing, financial literacy, tax categories and strategies, whatever the issue or the item is that may be linked to some blind spot that you're having because you want to get to the next level, feel free to drop your question in the comments, or you can feel free to dial 678-922-1963. Now, I told you earlier that there was a biblical principle that applies to this idea or this conversation and discussion we're having about business blind spots. So I want you to take note of the book of St. Luke chapter 5, because it kind of gives you this whole implication that you can build this business principle of overcoming your business blind spots around. Because in Luke chapter 5, beginning in verse 1, this is a story about Jesus having an interactive moment or a life learning moment with his disciples. And I believe you can actually see where this idea of business blind spots played out in Simon Peter's life and in the other disciples that were there. I want to read a little bit of it because I want you to see what was happening. It says, "Now it happened that while Jesus was standing by the lake, the Sea of Galilee, people were crowding around and they were listening to him. But he saw two boats that were at the edge of the lake. Obviously they had come in and they were like at the shore. But the fishermen had gotten out of the boats and they were over in the corner washing their nets." I think you can see that picture in your head, right? Verse 3, Jesus got into one of the boats, which was Peter's boat, and asked Peter to go out a little distance from the shore. So basically, Jesus goes into Peter's boat, tells Peter, "Can you row out a little bit? Row your boat out a little bit away from the shore?" Because Peter had then got out of the boat. He over there washing his nets. Obviously, he hadn't caught no fish. All right. Verse 4, when he had finished speaking, Peter said to him, he said to Simon Peter rather, I'm sorry, where we at? Verse 3. Verse 3, and he sat down and began teaching the crowds from the boat. Verse 4, when he had finished speaking, he said to Peter, "Go out a little deeper, and I want you to go out and lower your nets for a catch." See how he set Peter up? He set Peter up because now he got Peter back in the boat. He got Peter rowing his boat away from the shore, because Jesus already knew if you got a boat, if you got nets, and you got the skill set to use the boat and to use the net to catch fish, what are you doing outside of the boat on the shore washing your nets? Somebody just missed what I said. In other words, Peter had a fishing business, but Peter was not doing his business correctly. So Jesus was teaching him a life lesson based on the principle of, in my estimation, overcoming business blind spots. Because first of all, if you have an idea, if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have a mission, if you have a product and a service, you ain't got no business with your vehicle, your business that's supposed to be out in the market doing business. You have no business with your business at the shore, and you're outside of the boat somewhere else on social media, goofing off. I'm sorry, washing your nets. So Jesus knew, I got to get Peter back on the boat. I got to get Peter, watch this, back in the game. Prophet Ramone knew he was going to have to come on this live and challenge somebody to get back to what you were supposed to be doing. You came into 2021 knowing that God wanted to build your business. God wanted to bless your ministry. God wanted to expand your organization. And you around here hollering about, well, I guess it just ain't my time. No, it is your time. You just got to stop looking through the lens of a limited perspective and not try to eliminate these limitations, but overcome them by compensating for them. So Jesus tells Peter in Luke chapter 5, verse 4, can you just go out a little further from the shore? And Peter replied, well, Master, we have worked all night to the point of exhaustion, and we have not caught anything. We ain't made one sale. Think about it. Peter, like, I ain't made a dime. And you telling me to go back to work? You telling me to go back out there again? He says, but at your word, I will do as you say and lower my nets again. And when they had done this, notice what verse 6 says. When who had done it? When they had done it, which means Peter understood it was going to take him compensating for what he was unable to do. How was he going to compensate for that? He was going to partner up with people who were listening to the same message. He was going to partner up with people who had the same philosophies, the same principles, who were implementing the same practices. Basically, he wanted to make sure that he was around people who was ready to do business the right way. And when they threw their nets out, when they got back out there with their products and services, now, if you use that in today's world, that may mean that you have to come and sit to the table and reset your business. It may mean that you have to change the name of your business. It may mean you have to change the name of your ministry. It may mean you have to start all over and just scrap what you did. It may mean that you have to change your product offer. It may mean you have to change your price. It might mean you got to move from where you at in your location and move somewhere else where your business is in demand. It may mean a lot of things, but you will never do any of those things if you stay stuck in your limited view, because you're on the shore washing your nets when God knows he wants you in the boat casting your nets. And so I want you to picture that in your mind, because Peter did not have a boat issue. Think about that. Peter had a boat. So your boat can kind of like be your business. So it ain't an issue starting an LLC. Anybody can do that. It ain't an issue starting a corporation, a nonprofit or for-profit. Anybody can do that. You can Google enough and figure out how to do that. It ain't nothing to get an EIN. Peter had an EIN, right? It ain't nothing to get a domain name or a website or a landing page or a logo or come up with a catchy phrase. It ain't nothing to order some stuff off Amazon and package your products up like you finna really do business. So the boat was not Peter's issue, y'all. The net wasn't his issue because he had a net. So Peter had a boat, a business. He had a net. He had some level of products and services, and he had a skill set. The problem was he did not see where the fish were. So because of that one business blind spot that he had, guess what happened? He was about to give up until someone came in, compensated for what he didn't see, and redirected him to the point that when you read down in Luke 5, verse 7, it says that Peter and his boys, business partners, caught so many fish, made so many exchanges, made so many sales, grew their business so quick that they had to call other partners over to help them haul in that windfall. Now, I know that might sound a little preachy to you, but here's the biggest tagline I want to give you. When you have an opportunity to be among people who are actually succeeding in what you want to exceed in, you put yourself in the best position to experience what Peter experienced. And so if that means you need to be educated because you might not know enough, if that means you need to be trained because you have not had enough practice in success for your business or ministry, If that means in addition to education and training, you need a professional business coach, you need to be a part of a professional business circle, you need to be a part of a professional group of people who can actually not just encourage you and sharpen you, but actually help you and assist you so that you can get further quicker. If that's what you need, then you have to make at least the next best decision to commit to getting it. To commit to getting it. This is one of the reasons why I'm always, I didn't say the only reason, but it's one of the reasons why I'm always talking about our one-year business coaching program. I mean, we just launched this business coaching program. We have already, just within the first few weeks of this one-year business coaching program, we've talked to and consulted 16 people. That's a big deal. 16 business owners, 16 ministry leaders, 16 organizational enterprise executives that we have sat down, we have professionally consulted, we have professionally helped them put together the right system, the right infrastructure so that they can package their products and services and launch back out into the marketplace so they can catch their six-figure or more financial windfall. And if that's something that you want, here's what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to me because we're still open with our one-year business coaching program. We want to bring as many people along for this one-year journey as possible. We just implemented a special 24-month, listen to me, a special 24-month payment program, which means you're going to have access to a one-year business coaching program with me and my team, and you're going to have the opportunity to pay it off in 24 installments. So that gives you more time to pay it off with less pressure, but it also gives you a 12-month window to actually put a successful business system or ministry system together. I can almost guarantee you, I mean, I ain't gonna guarantee you I want to, but this is a public platform, so I'll almost guarantee you that as long as you're willing to put in the work and just make the commitment, it's gonna happen. I mean, out of these 16 people, and we're saying 16 clients, but some of these 16 clients have spouses that are with them. Some of these 16 clients have other team members that are with them. So we're not even calculating the total amount of people who are all a part of this business coaching program. We're just looking at the individuals who made a commitment, not just for themselves, but for their organization and for their teams. And so if you would like to be a part of that one-year business coaching program, we still have slots available. All you have to do is text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. The number is in the comments. If you want to be a part of a one-year business coaching program, that means if you want us to walk with you as professionals to show you how to properly start and structure and scale your business. Maybe you have a business already started, but you don't know if it's structured correctly, and you don't really know how to bring your ideas together so that they can be products and services that you actually provide. We're going to help walk you through that process. If you have an idea for a church or a nonprofit or some foundation or some community development or economic development corporation, we're going to give you the game and the details on how you put those types of organizations together as well. Maybe you want to get into real estate investing and you just don't know how to structure your organization in a way that you can do other things while building a legitimate real estate investment company. Maybe you want to be a consultant or a coach in your field. We'll show you how to take your ideas for consulting and coaching, package them in products and services, and price them correctly so you can get out there in the marketplace and make things happen. All of this we're going to be providing for you and walking through these processes with you in this one-year business coaching program. And guess what? If you have not had an opportunity to be introduced to our world-class Blueprint Game Plan program, we're giving you 1 year free access to that program. So you don't even have to go purchase the Blueprint Game Plan and then come back and purchase the one-year business coaching program. We're actually giving you the Blueprint Game Plan for free. And if you have already purchased the Blueprint Game Plan, I'm just doing it because I want to do it. I'm giving you an opportunity to deduct the difference of your blueprint from the coaching program. So that means whatever the price is that you paid for the Blueprint Game Plan, we're going to automatically deduct that, and then we're going to take the difference. We're going to divide that by 24 months and give you 2 whole years to pay it off. But you have a whole year that you're going to be with me, my squad, my company, and all of the other business owners and entrepreneurs and investors and game changers that are going to be a part of this 1-year business program. So please reach out to me today. All you have to do is text coaching to 404-478-7213, 404-478-7213. There are a lot of other benefits and perks that we're adding to this 1-year business coaching program. It's a 52-week schedule that we put together. So basically, you're going to have 52 weeks of touch points throughout this program. You're going to have one-on-one coaching sessions. You're going to have one-on-one coaching calls. You're going to have some Zoom coaching calls. You're going to have group coaching masterminds in which, in a few weeks, Saturday, May 15th, we're going to be hosting our first group coaching mastermind right here in Buckhead. So if you want to be a part of that, it's $99 to be here in person and to be a part of it, because it's a lot of exclusive information we share. We dig deep into tactics to show you how to literally file your paperwork for your LLC and holding company. We show you how to get onboarded with QuickBooks for your financial accounting. We show you how to create a CRM system for your business, marketing system. We go through a lot of those in-depth tactical systems to make sure that you have everything integrated together, working together, so that when you're out there promoting your business and you're introducing your products and services, you don't feel like you scrambled. We want to bring it all together, and we go real deep in these business coaching masterminds. So you can join our business coaching mastermind that's coming up on Saturday, May the 15th. All you have to do is go to Ramonepreston.com/mastermind. Ramonepreston.com/mastermind. It's $99 to register. You're going to have access to come here to sit among other people who have paid thousands and thousands. Some are in the tens of thousands to be a part of our business program as coaching clients. But if you decide at any point that, Prophet Ramone, I want to be a part of the business coaching program, even if you bought the Blueprint Game Plan, we will let you move up that ladder to the program and give you a deduction for that difference. And guess what? Even if you pay the $99 to join me for this 1-day, 4-hour deep dive business coaching mastermind, let's say if you pay the $99 and you come and you're like, you know what? I want to be a part of this program. Guess what? We're going to make sure we get you in there so we can sign you up on the spot, schedule your first one-on-one coaching session. We're going to put a game plan together to show you how to start or restart your business, how to structure or restructure your business, how to scale your business so you can see success in this year. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us today, 404-478-7213. If you want to sign up for our business coaching mastermind that's coming up on Saturday, May the 15th at 1:00 p.m., you need to go to Ramonepreston.com/mastermind. That information is in the comments. Shout out to all of you for your love, your prayers, your support. Shout out to all of our Facebook family members and friends, especially. I hate making it sound that bad, but our YouTube family, y'all always coming through. You're always showing love. You're always giving us some feedback. Dallas, Texas is in the house. I see you, Andrew. Blessings to you. all of our family members and friends, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube page. Thank you for following us on Facebook. Take a look at our Ramonepreston Enterprises Facebook page, the RP Consulting Group. We have a lot of testimonials on those pages. If you want to hear testimonies of our coaching clients and our blueprint game plan clients and other people who are a part of what we're doing here through our company, I want you to go to Ramonepreston Enterprises or go to the RP Consulting Group on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram, of course, LinkedIn and YouTube. We just love and appreciate all of you. Tomorrow, we're going to have another amazing conversation. I hope that you can join me, bring someone else with you, tell them to join you, especially if you got business partners or people that you're trying to recruit to do something special. You need to get them in the ecosystem of listening to someone and hearing the language and message of someone who actually has already done it and who's giving you the game on how to do it and succeed with it. So we love y'all. We're excited about seeing you tomorrow. And we want you to reach out to us if you want to be a part of our Blueprint Game Plan program, if you want to be a part of our one-year business coaching program, or both. We're going to make it work for you, and we're going to make sure that it's not a burden on you financially as you educate yourself, train yourself, and build a successful business system.